seconds to midnight. It is the determination of the it is now 85 seconds to midnight. It is the determination of the Bulletin's Science and Security Board that humanity has not made sufficient progress on the existential risks that endanger us all. We thus move the clock forward. The Doomsday Clock is a tool for communicating how close we are to destroying the world with technologies of our own making. The risks we face from nuclear weapons, climate change, and disruptive technologies are all growing. Every second counts, and we are running out of time. It is now 85 seconds to midnight. It is the determination of
All right, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha, Kudash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teach us word in all true faith and sincerity. And as you can see, the clip I played, pretty much we're witnessing the progress of prophecy. And as the woman said, they haven't made no progress. No, it has been progress made concerning prophecy, the intents and purposes of Yahweh Shema Shai, not the will according to man. Matter of fact, let's start off with that in the book of Psalms 33, because it just shows you everything is going according to schedule, and you can really see the time that is really 10 seconds to midnight. Now, you know what I mean? Got a minute and 20 seconds to midnight. No, it's now. It's now. And especially once that mark is implemented, the countdown really happens. You know? But the annual doomsday clock came at now it's 85 seconds to midnight. It just show you the will of the Lord is will stand. Let's get that real quick. The book of Psalm 33. And in verse 10 it reads, the Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. Because ultimately, this devil plan is to, his plan is to, create this new world order. That's not going to happen. But even these little things that you see in this build up, this devil, this agenda that this devil is trying to bring forth, it's not working, man. And everything he's doing to prevent prophecy is actually hastening it. It says, he maketh the devices of the people of none effect. So, meaning what? It's going to come to naught. It's going to blow up in smoke. You know? So, as you can see how they said they had to, there was no progress made, of course, because it's not the time. The scripture says the time of war. You know? That's the time when, so that progress is on the end of prophecy. And as you can see, this devil is a countdown. Let's get that in Revelation 12. And 12 it reads, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. See? So this is what he said, he know. And there's no coincidence that there's a thing called a doomsday clock. That's not no coincidence. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai on the planet Earth. Talk about thy incorruptible spirits in all things. So this devil actually, he understand, he acknowledge he's on the clock. So there's no, you just got somehow a panel of scientists just put their heads together. No, this nigga astrologers and and stargazers and shit telling him what's up. But somehow, someway, this nigga still thinks he's gonna rise from the ashes. That nigga got hope. That's what he's been reduced to. Lord ripping that confidence out of him. But just going back to the point, the scripture said he knew he had but a short time. So he himself knows that he's on the clock. And that the doomsday clock at that, come on, man, let's get that. The day of doom. Right. So, 2 Ezra chapter 7. In verse 43, it reads, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. See? And that's why you got a doomsday clock. See, there's nothing around them. There's nothing around them, man. Like, everything is a coincidence. Just, that's the mind of E. That comes with that Big Bang shit. Just a coincidence. It just somehow just fell in your life. No, all this is by design. So the scriptures talk about the day of doom shall be the end of this time. And today you have a doomsday clock. Because why you got missiles on the earth and conflict and turmoil, and they telling you don't stop, the shit going, it's going to come down to it, because that's what is ultimately that mutually assured destruction. These devils understand once that war pops off, that's it. Because the Lord is taking the pillars away, the very things that uphold this place. Once the destruction comes, it's not going to be no pieces left to pick up. You ain't going to be able to have nothing to build off of, because the Lord is destroying it now. And that's why World War III is the icing on the cake. So going back, Sirach 2 Ezra 7:43, it reads, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, in the beginning of the immortality for to come. See, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. As well as Daniel the 2nd chapter in the 44th verse. In the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom. So this that last transition that we're in. That transition of power. But now we finna go into immortality. It says, wherein corruption is past. Who is that E? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You see it playing out through this man's system. You talk about the corrupt. Look at this man and his system, his justice system, the nigga banking system. Everything you could think of is a loophole or something. It says intemperance is at an end. The lack of discipline, infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor oppress him that have gotten the victory. See, it said no man is going to be able to save him that is destroyed, or oppress him that gotten the victory. So that's those lots. They can't be changed. And they show you it's a countdown to that sentence. After this, the day of doom is coming, and we seeing these things, the very things. Let's say the pillars from the damn retail apocalypse, restaurant apocalypse, and the so-called moral value. All that shit being taken away. You seeing the glory of the whore is fading. This that indicator that transition is happening. And it's pretty much the scripture saying you can't stop that motion, pretty much. That's what the Lord is saying. You ain't going to be able to stop it. And you seeing it's a timer now. That's true. The Lord putting the clock out, which the doomsday clock been out there, but now you seeing ticking down, man. So we not, man. As the scripture says, as these things come upon earth, then you very well know what time we in. But it's a countdown on this nigga's kingdom. And he doing it, but that's really the Lord, you know what I mean? So matter of fact, let's end off on Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter. I mentioned it, but Ecclesiastes 3:1, it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. So this is what we're seeing. We're seeing it on a larger scale concerning kingdoms and empires. This devil had a season. You know, he was set up to take peace from the earth and to set up this mark. But the scripture said immediately after the tribulation, that's when the destruction is going to come, man. So now we're in a time where everything is pretty much is in its fullness. You know, that harvest, everything is ripe. And that's why now you even seeing just them saying there's no progress being made. The clock is ticking. That's the end of E. So yeah, Akim, I just hope to edify and like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rachah, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Teach the word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.